20 timeless perennials that will transform your garden into a year-round paradise. Hello friends and fellow plant lovers. Welcome back to Earthly Delights, the place where your passion for greenery meets real, practical advice. If you're someone who dreams of creating a lush indoor oasis, a vibrant backyard, or simply wants to fill empty corners with life, you're in the right spot. I know many of you are busy, sometimes overwhelmed by plants that demand too much attention. You want beauty without stress, color without constant care, and plants that reward you year after year. Today, I'm sharing something truly special. 20 timeless perennials that will transform your garden into a haven of beauty. These are not just any plants. They're the ones that thrive even when you forget to fuss over them. The ones that bloom through tough seasons, and the ones that quietly tell your gardening story year after year. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll discover not just plant names, but a way to garden that feels easy, joyful, and deeply personal. If you're ready to turn your space into something magical, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of plant enthusiasts. Now, let's dive in. Part 1. Sun-loving champions. For those of you blessed with bright sunny spots where the heat can be relentless, this section is for you. These perennials don't just survive under the blazing sun, they thrive, bursting with color and life while asking for very little in return. If you've struggled with plants that wither under strong light, these champions will change the way you see your garden forever. 1. Sedum, the survivor. If you've ever had that one spot in your garden where nothing seems to grow, dry soil, intense sun, and constant neglect, Sedum is the hero you've been waiting for. Known as the plant-and-forget perennial, Sedum thrives where others fail. Its fleshy leaves store water, making it drought-tolerant and perfect for busy gardeners who can't always water on time. You'll find varieties like Autumn Joy, with its pink to russet blooms, or Lemon Jade, glowing with yellow flowers that brighten late summer. Sedum also shines through all seasons. In spring and summer, it forms lush mounds. By autumn, its blooms deepen in color. And in winter, the sturdy stems hold frost and snow like natural sculptures. It even performs beautifully in containers, spilling gracefully over edges. For those of you who love low-maintenance yet stunning results, Sedum promises year-round interest with almost no effort. Plant it, step back, and watch it transform the toughest corners of your garden into something extraordinary. 2. Russian Sage and Lavender, the Blue Glow Duo. Imagine walking through your garden on a warm afternoon, surrounded by a soft, calming scent, while clouds of blue and purple blooms sway in the breeze. That's the magic of Russian sage and lavender. 2 perennials that not only survive in poor soil and blazing sun, but actually flourish there. These plants love to be left alone, thriving where other flowers struggle. Russian sage, with its airy blue spikes, blooms from midsummer to fall, filling gaps when many plants have faded. Lavender, its fragrant companion, offers deep purple flowers, perfect for drying or simply enjoying as you pass by. Together, they create a serene, pollinator-friendly zone that attracts bees, butterflies, and even hummingbirds. For those of you longing for a low-maintenance garden that still feels alive and vibrant, plant this duo along pathways or borders. They'll reward you with color, fragrance, and movement all season long, while asking for almost nothing in return. 3. Black-eyed Susan, the Sunshine Warrior. Few flowers shout summer joy like the black-eyed Susan. With its golden yellow petals and dark centers, this perennial lights up any garden from midsummer until the first frost. It's tough, reliable, and perfect for gardeners who want big impact without high maintenance. Once planted, it comes back stronger every year, filling your beds with waves of sunshine. Black-eyed Susans are also champions for wildlife, attracting bees and butterflies during their long blooming season. They thrive in full sun, tolerate poor soils, and resist deer, making them ideal for both urban and rural gardens. For an even more striking display, try pairing them with ornamental grasses or purple coneflowers to create that warm prairie-style look. Whether you're new to gardening or a seasoned grower, this plant offers an effortless way to add color and happiness to your space. Plant a drift of them, stand back, and watch your garden glow with golden energy all summer long. 4. Echinacea, the healing star. Known to many as coniflowers, echinaceas are not only stunning to look at, but also steeped in history as a healing herb. These sun-loving perennials boast daisy-like blooms with prominent seed heads, creating a wild, natural charm in any garden. They bloom generously from early summer well into fall, offering months of color when you need it most. For busy gardeners, echinacea is a dream. It thrives in poor soil, handles drought with ease, and keeps blooming without constant care. Pollinators adore it. Expect to see butterflies fluttering around and goldfinches feeding on the seed heads in winter. Varieties like Green Envy, with its pink to green petals, or White Swan, with crisp white blooms, add unexpected beauty to your borders. Leave the seed heads standing through winter for both visual interest and wildlife food. With echinacea, you're not just planting flowers, you're planting a living ecosystem that gives back season after season. 5. Veronica, the pollinator magnet. Delicate yet bold, Veronica, often called speedwell, brings a dynamic touch to any sunny garden. Its slender, spiky blooms rise like tiny fireworks, painting borders in shades of purple, pink, or white. This perennial might be small in stature, but it delivers big on charm and performance. From late spring through summer, Veronica offers continuous color without demanding much care. What makes it even more special is the life it attracts. Bees and butterflies flock to its blooms, while ladybug larvae often shelter among its leaves, helping naturally control pests. Gardeners who love low-maintenance plants will appreciate how Veronica rarely needs deadheading and stays tidy all season. Plant varieties like Purple Illusion for soft, dreamy hues or White Wands for a fresh, clean look. Use it at the edge of pathways or mixed into pollinator gardens, where its graceful spikes can sway in the breeze. With Veronica, your sunny spaces will buzz with life and stay vibrant long after many other plants have faded. Part 2. Shade lovers that light up the dark corners. Not every garden is bathed in sunlight, and many of you have shady spots where plants seem to struggle. Don't worry, shade can be a blessing when you choose the right perennials. These plants thrive in low light, adding texture, color, and life to areas where others fail. From lush foliage to delicate blooms, these shade lovers will turn your dim corners into enchanting green retreats. 6. Hosta, the Shade King. When it comes to shady gardens, hostas reign supreme. Their bold sculptural leaves create instant drama, turning dull corners into lush sanctuaries. Available in countless varieties from tiny, ruffled minis to giants like Empress Wu, hostas offer endless possibilities for layering textures and colors. Shades of green, blue, gold, and variegated patterns make each one unique. They're also incredibly low maintenance. Plant them in rich, moist soil, give them occasional watering, and watch them thrive year after year. Even their summer blooms, though subtle, attract hummingbirds if left to open. Pair them with ferns or heucheras to create a woodland-inspired palette that feels both serene and inviting. While slugs may occasionally snack on their leaves, a little prevention keeps them looking flawless. Whether you're designing a calm retreat under trees or adding contrast to a shady patio, hostas deliver beauty without the fuss. Perfect for gardeners seeking effortless elegance. 7. Brunera, the Heart of Silver. For those shady spots where you crave both beauty and brightness, Brunera is a treasure. Its heart-shaped leaves, often splashed with silver, catch the light and instantly lift dark corners. In spring, it sends up sprays of tiny, forget-me-not-like blue flowers that bring a magical, woodland feel to your garden. What makes Brunera special is how its foliage remains stunning long after the blooms fade. Varieties like Jack Frost or Silver Heart create a shimmering ground cover under shrubs or trees, where many plants struggle. They thrive in cool, moist soil, but are tough enough to handle less than perfect conditions. For gardeners who love a plant that works hard without demanding attention, Brunera delivers. It's deer-resistant, easy to grow, and pairs beautifully with hostas and ferns. Plant it once, and every season it will reward you with a carpet of silvery elegance, transforming your shade garden into a calming retreat. 8. Japanese forest grass, the graceful dancer. If you long for movement and softness in your shady spaces, Japanese forest grass, or Hakona Cloa, is a plant that truly dances with the breeze. Its arching ribbon-like leaves cascade in gentle mounds, creating a flowing effect that's almost hypnotic to watch. Unlike stiff ornamental grasses, this one offers a graceful, almost fern-like texture that brings depth to any garden design. Varieties like Aureola feature golden leaves with green stripes, while All Gold glows with vibrant yellow, brightening even the darkest corners. This perennial thrives in dappled shade and moist, well-draining soil. It's also non-invasive, spreading slowly to create natural drifts without overwhelming other plants. Gardeners who love container gardening can also enjoy its beauty. Japanese forest grass spills elegantly from pots, softening hard edges. Whether nestled beside bold hostas or layered with delicate ferns, it brings a touch of movement and elegance that turns ordinary shady spots into living works of art. 9. Lungwort, the two-toned bloomer. For early spring color in shaded areas, Lungwort pulmonaria is a delightful choice. This plant wakes up the garden when most perennials are still asleep, sending out clusters of buds that open from salmon pink to vibrant blue, sometimes both colors on the same plant. It's like having two flowers in one, adding a playful touch to your shady corners. Beyond its blooms, lungwort's foliage remains attractive all season. The green leaves, often speckled or overlaid with silver, create texture and brightness under trees or along borders. It thrives in cool, moist conditions but adapts well once established, making it a reliable choice for busy gardeners. Pollinators love its early flowers, and its tolerance for high pH soils means it performs where other shade plants struggle. Pair it with Bernera or hostas to create a layered, woodland look. With minimal care, lungwort rewards you with color, texture, and resilience, exactly what every gardener hopes for in those tricky shaded spots. 10. Hellebore, the winter miracle. When winter drags on and your garden feels lifeless, hellebores step in to lift your spirits. Often called Lenten roses, these hardy perennials bloom when little else dares to, late winter through early spring. Their nodding flowers in shades of white, pink, purple, and even near black appear while snow still lingers, bringing hope to the coldest months. Hellebores love part to full shade and rich, well-draining soil. Once established, they are nearly indestructible, rewarding you with evergreen foliage and long-lasting blooms year after year. Even as the flowers fade, they keep their shape, adding subtle structure well into summer. For gardeners who want beauty when the rest of the world is gray, hellebores are a must. Plant them near walkways or entrances so you can admire their winter display up close. Deer-resistant, low-maintenance, and endlessly elegant, they prove that a garden can stay alive, even in the coldest seasons. Part 3. Flexible performers for sun and shade. Some gardens have tricky spots, places that get morning sun but afternoon shade, or vice versa. These areas often confuse gardeners, but don't worry. The perennials in this section are adaptable and forgiving. They thrive in both light conditions, filling gaps and balancing your garden's transitions. With these versatile plants, you can turn uncertain spaces into thriving, colorful highlights. 11. Hardy geranium, the ground cover hero. When you need a plant that works hard without asking much in return, hardy geranium steps up. Unlike annual geraniums, this perennial comes back every year, covering soil with mounds of finely cut foliage and bursts of charming blooms. From late spring to fall, it delivers waves of color, lavender, pink, or blue, brightening both sunny borders and lightly shaded spots. One of its secret talents is hiding the fading leaves of spring bulbs. As tulips and daffodils die back, hardy geraniums quickly spread, masking the mess with fresh green growth. They're drought-tolerant once established, deer and rabbit-resistant, and remarkably low maintenance. Varieties like Rosanne bloom tirelessly for months, while Boone Chocolata adds dark foliage for a dramatic twist. Whether you plant them under shrubs, along pathways, or as edging, hardy geraniums create a soft, natural look. For gardeners who love effortless beauty, this plant is a true workhorse, making every corner of your garden look alive. 12. Lady's Mantle, the Dew Collector. Graceful and almost magical, Lady's Mantle is a plant that captivates with its simple beauty. Its scalloped, velvety leaves hold morning dew like tiny pearls, sparkling in the sunlight and creating a serene fairy tale effect. This unique feature makes it a favorite among gardeners who appreciate the little wonders in their garden. Lady's Mantle thrives in partial shade, but can handle some sun if the soil stays moist. In late spring to early summer, it sends up airy sprays of chartreuse blooms that add a soft glow to borders and arrangements. These flowers dry beautifully, making them perfect for natural bouquets. Once the blooms fade, simply shear the plant back and watch it rebound with fresh foliage. Deer and rabbit resistant, it's an easygoing perennial that fits seamlessly into cottage gardens or mixed borders. For gardeners who love plants with charm and versatility, Lady's Mantle brings a quiet elegance that lasts all season. 13. Carex, the compact grass. For those who love the texture of ornamental grasses but need something compact and adaptable, Carex is the perfect choice. Unlike larger, wilder grasses, Carex stays neat, forming tidy clumps that work beautifully in both garden beds and containers. Its fine, arching leaves add softness and movement without overwhelming nearby plants. Varieties like Evergold bring a splash of brightness with golden striped foliage, while others offer calming green or blue tones. Carex thrives in part shade, but tolerates sun if kept moist, making it ideal for those tricky transition zones. In milder climates, its foliage remains semi-evergreen, giving your garden structure even through winter. This grass also pairs effortlessly with spring bulbs, hostas, and flowering perennials, creating year-round interest. It's low maintenance, deer-resistant, and adds texture where flowers alone would feel flat. For gardeners seeking an easy way to elevate borders or soften hard edges, Carex is a quiet star that shines in every season. 14. Penstemon, the desert beauty. If you're looking for a plant that thrives on resilience and delivers a bold floral show, Penstemon is your answer. Native to many dry regions, this perennial loves sun but also adapts beautifully to part shade, making it a versatile choice for varied garden spots. Its tubular flowers bloom in shades of purple, pink, red, or blue, attracting hummingbirds and bees throughout the season. Varieties like Midnight Masquerade bring dramatic burgundy foliage topped with lavender blooms, while Electric Blue offers vivid sky blue flowers that pop against any backdrop. Even after blooming, the seed pods provide interesting texture and make charming fillers for winter arrangements. Penstemon asks for little, well-draining soil, occasional watering, and a sunny to lightly shaded spot. In return, it gives months of color and life to your garden. For those who love a plant that combines toughness with elegance, Penstemon proves that beauty often thrives where conditions are toughest. 15. Japanese Anemone, the late summer breeze. As summer begins to fade, Japanese anemone steps in to keep your garden alive with graceful blooms. Their delicate flowers, soft pinks, pure whites, or rich magentas, rise on tall, swaying stems, adding movement and charm to late-season borders. While many plants slow down, anemones shine from late summer well into fall, carrying your garden through the seasonal transition. Varieties like Fall in Love sweetly stay compact and tidy, perfect for small spaces or containers, while traditional white types bring a nostalgic cottage feel. They love part shade but also handle morning sun, thriving in well-drained, fertile soil. These perennials are resilient, deer-resistant, and return bigger each year, forming beautiful drifts over time. Pair them with ornamental grasses or hostas for a layered effect. For gardeners who crave elegance at the season's end, Japanese anemones bring a gentle, breezy beauty, proving that the final act of summer can be just as spectacular as its beginning. Part 4. New additions to keep your garden fresh. Even with reliable classics, every garden needs a touch of surprise. This final section introduces perennials that bring new colors, textures, and stories to your space. They're perfect for gardeners who love to experiment, mix old with new, and keep their gardens evolving. These fresh choices not only perform well, but also spark curiosity, turning ordinary beds into extraordinary landscapes. 16. Salvia, the pollinator parade. For gardeners who love to see their spaces buzzing with life, salvia is a must-have. This sun-loving perennial produces vibrant spikes of purple, blue, or red flowers that bloom repeatedly from late spring to fall. Each blossom is a magnet for bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, turning your garden into a lively pollinator haven. Salvia thrives in well-drained soil and is drought-tolerant once established, making it perfect for busy gardeners or areas with hot summers. Varieties like Caradonna, with its deep violet blooms and dark stems, or May Night, known for long-lasting flowers, offer stunning color and structure. Cutting back spent blooms encourages a second flush, keeping your borders alive with color for months. Combine it with lavender or ornamental grasses for a layered, airy look. Low maintenance, deer-resistant and full of energy, salvia brings not only beauty, but a rhythm of life to your garden that never goes unnoticed. 17. Astilbe, the feathered glow. For gardeners seeking soft elegance in partially shaded spaces, Astilbe is a dream come true. Its feathery plumes rise gracefully above lush green foliage, lighting up the garden with shades of pink, white, red, or lavender. Blooming from early to midsummer, Astilbe adds height, texture, and a romantic touch wherever it's planted. Unlike many shade plants, Astilbe loves moisture. Keep its roots cool and damp, and it will reward you with vibrant blooms year after year. Varieties like Fennel, with deep crimson plumes, or Bridal Veil, offering airy white flowers, suit a range of garden styles. Pair Astilbe with hostas, ferns, or Japanese forest grass to create layered, woodland borders full of contrast and movement. Even when not in bloom, its foliage stays attractive. For those who want a plant that blends beauty with reliability, Astilbe brings a gentle glow that makes every shady corner feel alive and enchanting. 18. Coreopsis, the golden carpet. If you're craving non-stop color with very little effort, Coreopsis is your golden ticket. Often called tick seed, this cheerful perennial covers garden beds in a sea of yellow, orange, or even bicolored blooms from early summer to fall. It thrives in full sun, tolerates poor soil, and keeps flowering even through heat and drought. Perfect for gardeners who want beauty without constant care. Varieties like Moonbeam offer soft yellow flowers that blend easily with other plants, while Zagreb stays compact and vibrant, ideal for borders or containers. Lightly trimming spent flowers encourages even more blooms, keeping your garden lively for months. Pollinators love it too, so expect bees and butterflies to stop by regularly. Combine Coreopsis with black-eyed Susans or ornamental grasses to create a glowing summer landscape. Hardy, easy, and endlessly sunny, this perennial turns empty spaces into carpets of happiness, proving that sometimes the simplest plants bring the most joy. 19. Heuchera, the colorful chameleon. When your garden needs year-round interest, Heuchera, also known as coral bells, delivers in every season. Unlike many perennials that rely on flowers, Heuchera shines through its foliage, offering leaves in dramatic shades of burgundy, lime, caramel, and even near black. This ever-changing color palette makes it a perfect accent in borders, containers, or shady corners. It thrives in part shade, but can handle morning sun, provided the soil is well drained. During late spring to early summer, delicate flower stalks rise above the leaves, attracting hummingbirds and adding an airy touch to the display. Varieties like Palace Purple or Lime Ricky allow you to mix and match tones for striking combinations. Low maintenance and deer-resistant, Heuchera is ideal for gardeners who love experimenting with textures and colors. Use it as edging, under trees, or to brighten patio containers. This chameleon plant adapts effortlessly, proving that foliage alone can be just as captivating as blooms. 20. Daylilies, the effortless showstopper. For gardeners who want a plant that practically takes care of itself while delivering spectacular color, daylilies are unbeatable. These hardy perennials burst into vibrant blooms in shades ranging from sunny yellow to deep red, pink, and even purple. Each flower lasts just a day, but don't worry, the plant produces so many buds that the display continues for weeks, sometimes months. Daylilies thrive in full sun, but adapt well to part shade, making them incredibly versatile. They tolerate poor soil, drought, and neglect, returning stronger every year with minimal care. Varieties like Stella d'Oro bloom repeatedly throughout the season, while larger hybrids create dramatic focal points in borders. For an effortless garden upgrade, plant them in groups or mix them with ornamental grasses and coneflowers for a natural flowing look. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced gardener, daylilies reward you with beauty and reliability. Proof that some of the best things in gardening come with the least effort. Your garden, your story. Gardening is not just about planting flowers, it's about creating a space that reflects who you are. Whether you have a sunny balcony, a shaded corner, or a wide backyard, the right perennials can transform it into a sanctuary of color, texture, and life. These 20 perennials, some classic, some fresh, are more than plants. They're companions that grow with you, returning year after year to remind you of the beauty in persistence and care. For those of you who've struggled with fussy plants, this list offers a way forward. From the resilient sedum to the late-season grace of Japanese anemones, Each choice here works hard without demanding much, giving you time to simply enjoy your garden. Imagine bees buzzing, butterflies fluttering, and blooms that keep coming even when you forget to water. That's the magic of these plants. Now it's your turn to bring this beauty home. Experiment, mix textures, and let your garden tell its story. If you found this guide helpful, subscribe to Earthly Delights and share your favorite perennial in the comments. Together, we'll keep growing gardens that inspire and soothe the soul.